Hey. Please come sit down. We need to have a chat. It's come to my attention that we need to have a conversation about integrity. First of all, let's just talk about what is integrity. Integrity is doing the right thing, even when no one's watching. It's showing up as your full and honest self and staying aligned with your values, no matter what the pressure, the check, or the hype. This means keeping your word, owning your mistakes, being respectful even when it's hard, leading with truth and not ego, and not switching up on your morals for opportunities. Integrity is the consistency between your words and your actions. But it's not about being perfect. Nobody is perfect. We all make mistakes. But it's also about being real, responsible, and respectful on how you move. And in the music industry, your talent can get you in the room, but your integrity will keep you invited back. So let's talk about ways we can have integrity in the music industry. Keep your word. If you said that you're going to do something, do it. Whether you say you're going to show up to a session at 7 o'clock, show up and show up on time. Whether you say you're going to mix somebody's song, make sure you send it back. If you say you're going to hang out and you flake out, you're disrespectful to the other person's time. And ultimately, your word is your brand. So protect it by making sure that you do what you say and keeping your word. Be transparent about credits. So if someone wrote for you, played for you, whether it's the keys, they produced a beat, or even sparked an idea, make sure you give them credit, period. You can document it every single time that you guys create music. For an example, Microwave Beats Volume 1 and 2 is inspired by DiBiase. I forever will always say this. I will not pretend that I made up this idea. I will make sure that he knows that he is the originator of this idea. And I always shout out those that have inspired me, influenced me when I create projects. Sometimes it's just giving credit in the form of shouting out, tagging, actually reaching out, letting them know, maybe sending them something, if it wasn't something that they actually wrote or played in the actual project. But if you're playing something, if you have a master recording or publishing situation and someone helped you, sparked an idea, or they wrote or they recorded with you, they absolutely need real credit and a percentage of that song. So you want to make sure that you respect other people's time and energy. Don't flake. Respect shows up in how you treat people when no one's watching. And trust me, people are watching and listening all the time, even when you're not around. Don't steal. Now, flipping samples in a respectful way is part of the hip-hop culture, but respect where it came from. Clear samples when needed. Do not jack someone else's sound or aesthetic without giving them props. There's nothing wrong with being inspired, but don't be acting like you're the first one out here doing it, man. Another way to have integrity in the music industry is to not appropriate culture. Respect it. Do your research. If you're entering a culture like hip-hop, which is black culture, honor the roots, respect the history, and do not water it down or repackage it for your benefit. Give credit, learn the lineage, and uplift the voices that built it. And trust me, respect is more powerful than mediocrity. So one thing that I've been working on is saying no. Saying no without guilt. Every opportunity is not always aligned. So you have to learn when to say no when something just doesn't feel right. You do not owe access to anyone. Protect your energy and protect your values. I want to share my experience with the Timbaland AI situation. I do not have a problem with AI. In fact, we've been hearing about Timbaland using AI for a very long time. I just questioned whether or not if he was going to be using the music that he's been listening to on live streams to program this new AI artist, because I don't want to assume. I don't want to just assume off the bat that he's doing this, so I questioned him respectfully. In the series of responses, such as him saying, "Hell nah, don't forget who I am," and then a whole bunch of comments and DMs of people just telling me, and others their story about just questionable stuff, and then he posted a Crimea River AI video, and then posted that he wanted to go live, and then on that same post, I think the man is named Ray Daniels, or I'm not quite sure. I'm sorry if I get his name wrong. He's basically stating that they don't want artists to speak, essentially. That's what I got from it. They rather have AI. They want to control artists. They don't want artists to speak up. And then in the same breath, invite me to speak on his live stream. This is not how I wanted to meet one of my favorite music producers at all. I was not expecting this at all. I just asked a question, right? I had to decline because something was off. Something was just off. I just had to, if it wasn't a hell yes, it's a no. That's how I rock, right? So I felt like if it's just the saying, don't meet your heroes. Don't meet your idols. I don't idolize people like that, but still, like, this is not how I wanted to meet him. So I had to make the decision to say no, and then the rest is history. So I'm I'm just gonna just leave it at that I know that my intuition was right on making sure that I protect my energy by not going on to that live stream and having a conversation that was, to me, redundant. So that's an example of me having integrity, because there's no point of speaking with someone that has made a decision on creating an AI artist, there's nothing wrong with that. He said that he wasn't using people's music. I said, okay, only time will tell. Like I said, there's no need to have a conversation because only actions will show up, right? So this is why integrity is very important, y'all. All right, pay people fairly and on time. Exposure is not payment. If someone does work for you, compensate them without delay. No excuses. If you're not ready to pay someone's rate, communicate clearly and respectfully. Honor the energy exchange. So for an example, if I post something on my social media, I try my best to respond to people that leave a comment. Even if it's just an emoji, a like, you guys took the energy to write something. I'm doing my best to write back because it took you time and energy, even if it's just 1 second, you know what I'm saying? But always pay it forward. If I went to school and I got a scholarship, I'm going to pay it forward. Y'all gonna learn everything that I learned. I'm like, oh, hold on 1 second, because I'm writing this down. I'm about to tell everybody. Plus, gratitude and collaboration build lasting relationships. So take note to who's really in your corner and treat them well. Okay, we have to take accountability no matter what. Not everyone's going to agree with you with your decisions, and that's okay. But if people that love you are asking questions or holding you accountable, do not lash out. Take a deep breath, go take a walk, go take a break, come back with a calm mind. Don't get into all the people's comments and start, you know what I'm saying? Just calm down, all right? If you made a decision and you believe in it, stand 10 toes down on it. But it's also okay to say, I was wrong. It's also okay to say, thank you for calling me out. Because at the end of the day, if somebody that cares about you is just questioning you, it's coming from the heart, it's coming from a good place, especially if they didn't jump to assumptions. Integrity is in your response, not just the action. And also be transparent when things fall through, when things don't work out. You know, I always see people showcasing when things are great, they're on vacation or they're in the studio, but they ain't talking about the bad times. I'm just like, why not? Just let us know. Just be transparent, because it's weird, because we're all thinking everything's good when it's not. Okay, it's okay. It's okay. I'm letting you know it's okay. Because if something doesn't work out, don't hide it. We do not expect for anybody to be perfect, but honestly, people respect honesty. Be real about delays, flops, and pivots. For an example, this year, I was very transparent with my audience about releasing vinyl for My Beats Volume 2. And then I'm doing a fundraiser in order to raise funds so I can get it printed. That lets people know where I'm at in the process, that I haven't given up on it, but if you can help me out, we can get this done together. One thing that I would definitely be mindful is who you partner with, who you work with, who you collaborate with. Because if it feels rushed, if it feels off, or too good to be true, it probably is. Do not let hype or pressure cloud your intuition and your integrity. Ask questions. Ask a lot of questions. If something is off, ask questions. Check the contracts and protect your name. And also, that being said, don't rush into those collaborations and build relationships before you collaborate. I think it's important to not ask people to collaborate as soon as you meet them. Like, it's important to build a relationship, peep out who this person is, because making music is kind of like making a baby. It's something that lives on forever. You're going to have to deal with it financially. It could be a great thing or it could be a bad thing. And plus, the person that you're wanting to collaborate with, not only do you want to make sure they're a good person, but you also want to make sure that they're as excited about your music like you're excited about their music, right? You want to be mutually excited. So don't be pressuring people to do stuff, y'all. Check the temperature, check the room. Don't be coming off desperate, because people are not obligated to work with you. Even if you admire them, respect their boundaries and let things grow organically. Build trust, good energy, and alignment first. Keep learning, study your craft every single day, practice every single day. Learn the business, learn the ever-changing environment of what's going on here in the music industry. Make sure you understand royalties, splits, taxes, licensing, and publishing. Do not let someone else run your empire. And always protect your peace. Turn off the noise. Take care of your mental health. If you need to step away, do what you need to do. The real ones will not punish you for stepping away and healing. And sometimes growth requires those silent moments. But my final thoughts is that I think music isn't just about talent. It's not just about knowing your skills and being the best producer in the entire world. You really need to show it with integrity every single day. You do not need to be perfect to succeed in this music industry, but you need to be solid, self-aware, and respectful. In an industry where people change for clout, it's the ones with integrity who actually last. What do you guys think? What's your thoughts on integrity? What do you believe in? Integrity to me is one of the most important things in life, not just in the music industry. And I learned this at a very young age, and it hurts to be told one thing and it doesn't happen. So me doing that to someone else doesn't feel right. So I've always given credit where credit's due. I respect those that give credit. There's nothing wrong with collaborating. There's nothing wrong with using tools and resources. But I remember back in elementary school when we would write essays, we had to make sure that we had the references in the back to tell you exactly where you got that information from, because it didn't just come out of here from nowhere. That's for everything in life. Tell me a story about why integrity is super important to you in the comments. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, and join the Patreon, where we have the VIP monthly video group chat where we can chat. We can go into more depth about this subject and other topics with other dope music artists. Until next time, peace.